Okay, so here we are again
Huh?
with Milayo, Milayo and Maya, Maya and Milayo. We decided to create this space to talk about relationships.
Yes.
And today we decided that it would be very important to talk about the first relationship you should have. And
Yes.
that first relationship should be with yourself.
Mhm.
So today we are talking about self-love.
Yes, we are.
Mhm. So
Hmm.
Milayo, you are in Atlanta and I'm here in
I am.
Orlando.
Yes. 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 Yes.
And we want to open our hearts and our wisdom and our experience and our knowledge also, because we both work in the therapeutic field, helping others to overcome their own situations, emotional, affective situations when it comes to relationships. So
Yes.
so here we are.
Hmm.
I was just telling Milayo, and she was saying, well, what you are telling me is just the perfect story to share here today.
Perfect.
And it's a story about self-love.
Hmm.
And I want to share my story because it's the only story I know.
Exactly.
And
Hmm.
I want to just share it because maybe it is also your story.
Yeah.
And if we don't do something about it, then things are not gonna change. And then we deny self-loving ourselves when we don't take actions to change what's happening in our lives.
Mm.
Yeah, that sometimes it's like people say, but I want it for this, or I want it for that, or I want this, or I want that, but we haven't been able to give that to ourselves first. So no one can give us what we haven't been able to give ourselves.
Period.
Oh, here is the story. I met a person, a very special person, because I am gonna keep that person here within my heart. You know, it was a beautiful, beautiful relationship. But this person had a situation where he couldn't commit to the relationship. Like I was committing, but he couldn't commit because of that situation, a specific situation that he had. And it was like probably 2 years with, with us like dating, and I was always like kind of expecting for that change to happen, or for him to decide to really commit to that middle place that we spoke last week, right?
Yes.
Because we
Yes.
spoke about how that place is so sacred that we both should take care of it. And in any relationship, it doesn't have to be necessarily man and woman, or wife and husband, or partners, but it could be with anybody. That when we have a relationship, the biocentric principle, if you haven't seen our last program, and I finished this one, I'm going to link it so you can see it from last week. And we
Hmm.
spoke about that there are two people here that decide to have a relationship, no matter what type of relationship it is. But the middle place is the sacred space that you take care of, because that's the commitment of the relationship. And you should take care of yourself. So when you come to this sacred space, then you share love, you share that commitment to come here and enjoy each other somehow, doesn't matter how it is. So the thing was that this relationship was happening, but that middle point, the commitment couldn't be there. And even though we took care of it, when we spoke about communication, connection, respect, everything was there. But that important part, that was the commitment to grow together, as a relationship should do. And so at certain point, we were talking about that along these days, right? Leo came, and when Leo comes, and then also I think the other signs that were there was Mars, and
Mhm.
then I believe it was Aries. I don't know how you say Aries in English.
Aries.
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 Exactly. So that was a conjunction of big energies that were like, let it all, say it all. It's your time to just say it all, you know. And so and consciously you can say it. You can say, you know what, this is it. I'm not waiting any longer. And I do love you, but I do love myself more. And that's when I decided to say no, not anymore to that relationship. I'm moving on. If you cannot do the steps, I cannot wait any longer, because I, in my heart, have this intention of enjoying a healthy and functional and committed relationship. And if you cannot be there, then you're not the one. And
Hey.
so I decided that even though within my heart I was feeling like, but I love him, I need to go over overcome my own feelings, my emotions, and say yes to myself. And because I know that that relationship is, you know, maybe ahead of me, and I'm denying those possibilities by staying there. Like, I'm opening then my arms to receive what I deserve. And that's why I decided to do it. So that's self-love.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Living, breathing, self-love. When you choose you.
Fair.
Yeah, and that is a tough thing to do when you're a servant,
Yes.
you know? And
Or,
when you love,
we all should be our own priority.
absolutely.
So self-love is about asking yourself, so am I being, you know, the first, like my priority? Because I should be my priority. If I'm there and I'm not feeling comfortable, and if I'm not happy, and there is something that is uncomfortable, that is, I don't see it working, it's not moving, it's not going anywhere, then I should just stop and say, okay, this isn't really making me happy. So if I take myself as a priority, then I should say, well, that doesn't serve me well, doesn't, you know, make me feel comfortable, then I should not be there. Even though I want it, I like it, I feel like I need it, because that's all the heart, the human heart that feels that needs, right? That goes beyond the needs, that goes to our inner child needs, you know?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So that was my story that I wanted to share today.
Perfect though. It's real and so relatable. Everyone who watches this can connect with the calling to make that choice. You know, when you're faced with the decision to choose you first, or a thing, you know, or a person, or an experience. You know, we've all had situations where we needed to protect ourselves, or we needed to conserve our energy, or reserve our love for us, you know. And that could be just a split decision on whether to walk down this block or that block because of what could happen next, you know. The joy of a lifetime could be on this road, the one you were told to walk down, but you keep saying, nah. but I went over there before and it was cool.
The excuses, we give ourselves,
Yes,
and
yes,
we justify the
yes,
why we are there doing it like that.
yes,
So it's a
yes.
self-sabotage. You self-sabotage by doing this. by saying, no, 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 oh, but because of this, or it's because of that, oh, because that person needs this, oh, because it needs time, oh, because it needs it. So I'm prioritizing, is that the word? Yeah, the other person before me.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm going to say something else here, especially for women, because we were taught to be always giving.
Yes.
Like the good girl is always giving
Yes.
and giving
Yes.
and giving, right?
Yes.
But forget about yourself, because that comes from our ancestors. You know, that was how mothers would teach daughters. Oh, you have to be a good daughter, so you could be a good wife, so you could be a good mother, so you could be, and so you give, and you deny yourself your happiness, because, or
Yeah.
you just deny your own needs, or how important you are, you know, your self-love, or your self-esteem, what is that?
Esteem.
Yeah, esteem, because you put the priority others before you, and that's when we lose it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell something else here, because I know it's not easy to take this step. It really takes courage.
Yes, it does.
To say no to that anymore. Because your human heart, right, starts telling you, oh, please don't do that. Please don't do that. And because then your heart tells you, but I'm going to miss him. Oh my God, how I'm going to do it. I have to start all over again. All of the excuses, you know.
All of that stuff, yes.
All of these things that starts like telling you. And I was listening to my heart, and I was like, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I know it's gonna hurt. I know. But you know, if you will, you know, because it's a thing of saying yourself, there's something else that when you take this step and you move forward, as you say, it's a state of faith. Is that what you said? Yeah.
The act of faith.
Act of faith. But yeah, it's like if you take this step, you don't know what is waiting for you out there.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it will be 100 times better than what you had, you know, where you were, right?
That's the law. And I mean, if that's what you believe, you know, you took, it was an act of faith, a leap of faith. You said, you know what? I know that this feels good right here a little bit. You know, it could be 10%, 20%, it could be 80%, but you know it's not 100, right? And so because you actually are faithful in the power of the all supplying your heart's desire, because you understand that you create your reality and not the other way around, you know that if you want more, you will have it.
Yes, I so love what you just said. If you only have even 99%, why cannot you have the 100?
Why can't you have the 100?
Don't you deserve the 100? I feel like we all deserve the 100.
Hello.
Yes. So this conversation, you know, is leading to give you some insights. Where are you today? Like what are you attached to that doesn't allow you to receive that 100%? I mean, I don't want to be content with the 99%.
Like I'm in the church. I'm in the church of love. Okay. I'm in the chapel right now. All right. Yes.
Yes. So yes, and this happens not only to women, it also happens to men.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like they accept situations in their lives where they put others as a priority, which is the case of this person.
Yeah.
And when they put the other people as a priority, They don't
Yes.
know that they are teaching the others,
Mm.
that not to love themselves, but to be dependable of love.
Yes.
And many other things that come from one
It's true.
situation. It's like has a lot of branches of unconsciousness, and we don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to be to see it, to recognize this. Not only to be aware, but we need to recognize how we are so tied to those branches, unconscious branches, and where they take me to. Where am I allowing those unconscious branches to take me that don't allow me to enjoy what I deserve?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
That's it. Another one, right? Woo. I mean, I could have said it better. But that's the work, right? That's the personal development. That's the self-love work, to
Yeah.
really ask yourself some questions like,
Is
why
this
am I
the 100? Am I getting the 100%?
right? Like, is this the best that I am going to allow myself right now?
Yes.
Because that's it. Like, is this the best? Is this the most that I'm going to give myself right now? And if that's true, then I need to look at that, whatever that is, right?
Yes.
It could be any aspect of a relationship. It could be any aspect of your relationship with life, because I believe that we are relating with life. Is all about relating. We're relating with everything.
Yes.
I'm relating with this chair that's supporting me. I'm relating with this plant in the exchange of gases.
Yes.
And so that's love. On a very fundamental level, love is everywhere.
Yes.
Everywhere. So in those moments when you don't have a person, you always have love.
And you have yourself.
Yes. First and foremost. First and
Yes.
foremost. So, like, the questions, just asking the questions, questioning everything.
Yes. Yes.
You
So
know?
this is also a good invitation for you to ask yourself questions. Why am I accepting this, for example?
Yes. Yes.
Why am I accepting this?
Yes. And be
What,
honest.
and be honest. And what's behind that?
Yes.
That's why, and what is behind it? Because this behind that scene, there's
Yeah.
more. Like we
Yeah.
see this, but there is a lot more
There's
here
always more.
that is
It's always more.
hidden.
Always background.
Yes, and we need to go back there.
You
No,
always
only
have to go
here,
back.
that we need to go all the way back there.
We must reflect.
See what it is that is
Yes.
keeping you to say yes to what you don't deserve.
Right. And then on the flip side of that, which is a self-love from a different angle, that then you get to see what you're choosing and decide whether or not you want to be okay with it. That's also self-love. Because
Yes.
if you're being honest with yourself, then there's no resistance.
Yes.
There's no resistance. And then it transforms. And
Yes.
you transform.
Yes. That is a great point, sister. And I want to talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
If you are in a relationship and you maybe think that you're not getting the 100%, but you're happy with your 99%, then you should not complain, because you accepted that. And you say, okay, I'm happy with my 99%. But later on, don't be complaining about not having the 100%, because
Right.
you accepted the 99%.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's very important here to be aware of.
Yes.
Because we tend to say, okay, I'm going to accept this agreement or this sort of contract, but because it's a contract, right, with the other person.
It is.
But then at certain point, you feel uncomfortable. It's like, but you know what? I changed my mind. I want the 100%. And so that creates conflict.
Yes.
So if you already say yes to that,
Yeah.
handle
Yes.
it, don't complain. But if
Right.
you're not willing to accept it, say no, I deserve the 100%. If you cannot give me the 100%, then I cannot be here because I'm giving my 100%.
I have another flip. I have another flip for you.
Okay.
So what if in that moment self-love shows up as a form of evaluation, and you say, what percent am I giving? Right? Because we want 100%, right? But when you self-love is gonna make you take a look. You know?
Yes.
And you're gonna say, if I'm being true to myself,
yes,
what percentage of me is showing up to this relationship?
yes.
Am I asking for 100, but I'm really only trying to give 10?
That's
Am
a
I giving
very good point.
50?
Yes.
Am I giving 150 when it's really just supposed to be 100?
Yes, yes. If you're giving 150, you know, that's like, why are you giving 150 when you only need to give 100? Because that's another point.
That's complete, right? You're doing extra.
Yes, and that's also a good point to see, because when we are trying to please the other one, to give so much, then we are also, that is uncompensated. The balance is like off. Anyway, the balance goes off, and that creates conflict. Yes. Always is going to create conflict if one of the two give more or less. It should be like this, you know, maybe one gives, the other one receives, but then the other one gives and receives. So it kind of goes like this all the time.
Ebb and flow.
Yes, but not like this. When it goes off like that, then something is not right.
You're going to get dizzy.
Yes.
On the seesaw, you're going to get dizzy. You're going up too high, too high, too high.
And this has a lot of behind the scenes too.
Yes.
Like if you want to give too much, maybe you want to control. You don't want to let go of something. And so you have to control it. So you have to give and give and give.
Sure. Sure.
Or if you need, right? And you're taking. And I want to talk here about the law of equilibrium that is part of the family constellations laws, systemic laws. And one of them is the law of equilibrium. You don't take more of what you need, and you don't give more of what the other one, you know, needs, because then that creates that imbalance.
Truly.
And that creates conflict. And so if you need, and you're not giving.
Right.
Then why do you need so much?
Right.
What emptiness is here in your heart that you cannot be fulfilled, that you need so much? And so that creates something called codependency. Codependency, because I need you to give me, and the other one needs to give. So they both, you know, say, okay, we are perfectly okay. Right. We match.
Right.
But none of them is really a healthy way of loving.
Right. They're not getting what they need.
No.
Not for the long term, because they're not stepping into their larger circle and doing what needs to be done.
Exactly.
They're in the sacred space trying to do the work.
Yes, they are not.
And the work is done out here.
They need to work on their outside circle.
Surely.
Because the one that needs a lot probably has issues with the needs that weren't fulfilled from his or her childhood.
Surely.
And the one that is giving too much maybe has another issue with, you know, maybe insecurity, or maybe don't want to be betrayed. There is a lot of behinds, as I was saying, that has the tendency to become more like the father or the mother of the other one. So we can talk about this. I like talking about, it's called a transactional analysis, and we might talk later about it because that's another whole subject, and you're gonna love it because it's such a good observation when you get this information because you get to understand yourself better.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what I'm doing. And from there, you can take actions to change how you relate to others. Otherwise, we keep doing things without not knowing and thinking that is the other one, and it's not the other one. It's always you.
Always. Oh, that may be very sobering, but that's what it is. It's always you. I say, you're either showing up for the party or you aren't. If you show up, you're subject to the music the DJ plays, whatever the temperature is, unless you decide that you're the host of this here party. And in that instance, the lighting is up to you, right? You recognize you're responsible for all the things that a host or a hostess is responsible for.
Yes. And the beauty of this could be that both can agree to create this party.
A wonderful party together.
Where we can put, sacred space with the lights that we like, with the music that we like, with the food that we like, with the trips that we like, that all of that to share. We can
cheers.
Share.
Cheers to that.
Yes. Cheers.
That sounds so tantric and beautiful.
Yes. It is. It's not. I don't have to play the party, and the other one doesn't have to be, on my own party. Of course, I'm the own creator of my own reality.
Yes.
If I'm in this special vibration, then I will attract a partner that is in the same vibration. Mm-hmm. So it's like the other one outside is the same you in the other gender or the same gender. It depends on your preference, right? But when the other one comes, you know how the party is going to be here. So you don't have to really be dealing a lot with that because you already agree on it. But take care of the outside circle.
I love that. That was perfect. Yes. Totally. Mm-hmm.
So, well, that was our subject today. I hope you got to enjoy it. If you like it, please give us a like here. We want to invite you to leave your comments, or if you have certain situations in your life and you say, I don't know how or why am I going through this or how to resolve this or that, maybe we can give you some insights. So we will be happy to.
We would love to.
We have two wise women, including myself.
High five up there with that. Yes.
And we are so opening our hearts to share what we have and what we have learned by experience and also by knowledge and by seeing other people.
Sure.
And Milayo, she's a coach. Can you say all the things you do, because she's got a big list.
This is a funny thing. I don't know if I can I'll spell it right. But so I had a session yesterday with a sister and a bodywork session with her, and she's attempting to prepare her body for pregnancy. And she said she's been having some challenges, so I was doing some work on her. Mm-hmm. And when she finished, she said, "Thank you so much with your intuitive healing ASS," right? And I said, you know what? That's it. That's the name of what I do. I'm an intuitive healing ASS. And we laughed so hard because I felt like everything that I do fit into that. Finally, I found my name.
Beautiful. Yes. That name that you just gave, the label, whoever is called to it, they would know what it is. They will come to you.
That's it. Intuitively, they'll know. I feel like that's how my clients are drawn to me anyway. You know, I don't feel like I feel like I'm here to serve and love everyone who is interested, everyone who's on the frequency, everyone who's in alignment, right? And so when those people come, I recognize who they are, because it's not everyone, you know, and I know that it's going to be a wonderful exchange for whoever comes in to, you know, receive the energy that is channeled through me, you know? And that's how I
totally agree with you on that, because it's my case too. I'm very open here. It's like I say, okay, universe, I'm here for whoever is willing to face this, because I go very deep in the soul and I confront people with deep realities. If they are willing to change, I usually ask people, I will tell you what is showing here. Are you ready for this? Because this can take you, you know, to a different place. And I want to make sure, you know, you're ready for this. And if they come, they surely are ready for those steps, because those steps take people to be brave, you know, those sort of things. And what you're doing, you know, that's self-love. You know, after all of these things that happened to me, I decided to go and enjoy myself, you know, let go of my thoughts and my emotions. I got a massage done, and then I went to the beach and I relaxed, and you know, it's that self-giving, that self-loving, that's like taking care of, because if my heart is feeling this way, I should take care of it.
Yes.
Compassion myself and say, it hurts, I know it hurts. Give me some love with, I don't know, the elements outside, with nature, with the massage, with, you know, whatever it is that you need, you know, a good meal, something that, you know, can
nurture you.
Nurture you, exactly. That's the word I was looking for. Nurture you.
We have to do a part 2 on this.
Yes.
Because I want to tell you about when I married myself.
Oh, beautiful.
Self-love.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
I have it's called the Acts of Empowerment. And one of them is a marriage to yourself too. And you marry both of your inner masculine and feminine. But we did the whole ritual here for people. So we can share the second part.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah. It would be beautiful. Maybe we can create something for people, and we can do it online so people can do this.
I would love to.
We need to marry the first love of your life.
I would love to. Let's do it. And we can actually marry people. Maybe somebody wants to come on and get married by the two priestesses.
The two priestesses, there you go.
Come through.
We can do this beautiful ritual.
Yes.
Because it is very beautiful when you love that within you, then you're not in search of it. You're not in need of it outside. You have it all here. And so it comes, oh, that's great. It comes and it's seated next to you. You'll say, oh, that's awesome. I love it because I get to touch it.
Right.
But, you know, if it's not there, I'm still happy with the one I have here. So we can plan on it. If you are interested, let us know here on your comments. And definitely we can plan on doing that.
I would love to do it.
I
should actually come. I should come to Orlando for that.
Yes, that would be beautiful. Woohoo!
So part 2 will not be next week, but part 2 will really happen.
Yes, we need to talk about part 2 because this has so much to talk about, but we don't want to make it too long because we want you to digest the first part.
Yes.
And then get ready for the second one that is coming. All right, dear sister, thank you so much for being here and for sharing this space with me and with everybody that is watching out there. We don't know who's going to be watching, but we know people who need to listen to this is already there, and these words are going to be expanding everywhere, wherever they need to be.
Yes.
So We send you all love.
Yes,
and of love.
absolutely. Mwah.
Milayo's information is going to be here on comments. So if
Mhm.
you want more information on her, just here on YouTube, because I'm gonna be sharing her information on comments, and also mine. So we'll
Perfect.
talk to you, or we'll see you next time around.
Yes. Bye-bye. Thank you,
Bye.
everyone. Thank you,
Blessings.
Mayadari.